Now I'd like to introduce another champion of this bill, and I'd like, on the Senate side, Senator Sandra Cano.
Buenas tardes. Thank you, Roxana, for all that you guys do for the workers that we really need to recognize here today. And thank you all of you for joining. I guess that this is really a recognition to the unsung employees who are truly essential workers, but all too often they go overlooked and ignored. Just like Representative Diaz said, we need to do more, and we need to know more now. I want to make sure that I recognize my colleagues that are here and thank them for their support throughout last year. We introduced this bill last year in the Senate, and I'm happy to say the Senate passed this bill last year, and we're going to continue the work this year to make sure that we pass it to the finish line. So Senator Quesada, thank you so much for your support. Senator Valverde, thank you for your support. Senator Lawson, thank you for being here and your ongoing support. And also Senate leadership, thank you for making sure that we prioritize the need of these workers and essential workers that we are talking about today. What would we do without our janitorial or security workers? What would we do? How would our society function without the labor that these employees contribute on a daily basis? If their services are so essential, why aren't they not treating as such an adequate pay and respect? That is why we're here today, to say enough is enough, and to advocate for this legislation which will provide our janitorial and security workers with the wages and respect that they rightfully deserve. I'd like to say something that you know, and Laura also mentioned, that many of these workers affected by this bill have physically dangerous and demanding jobs at the best of times. During the pandemic, those risks have multiplied. They deserve to be fairly compensated for their work and for the risks to which they are exposed every day. Their work keeps the rest of us safe, and their wages should better reflect how much we rely on them. The bill, which I mentioned was passed in the Senate last year, required that the standard wages be the highest of the rate determined by the U.S. Department of Labor for Providence County under the Service Contract Act of 1965, of the wages established by the largest collective bargaining agreement covering at least 100 building service employees performing either janitorial or security guard service as applicable. This would apply to all contracts entered in by the state entity that include $1,000 or more of janitorial or security services, and include provisions to fine violators and allow civil action by victims of violation. That is so important. We need to keep our state with the most standard that we want for our working families. We need to make sure we protect their wages and we do the right thing. I'd like to thank personally Representative Diaz and Representative Morales, as well as the survey employees of the International Union Local 32BJ for introducing this bill once again and for dedication and advocacy to ensure its passage. The pandemic has shown which employees truly are essential to a healthy and working society, and today we're calling on everyone to recognize and value our hard-working and dedicated janitorial and security workers by supporting this important piece of legislation. Let's get this done. I also want to recognize Senator Mendez that has joined us here today, but let's get this done. I think that we need to do it early and we need to do it in time, and we all can make sure that every employee, including the most essential employees in Rhode Island, have the wages protections that they deserve. Janitorial and security workers are heroes, and we're here to recognize you. Thank you so much. I'd also like to recognize my friend Pat Crowley that has been doing a tremendous job to support these workers throughout all of the advocacy that you do every single day. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Cano, for all your work and for being with us here today and leading up to today.